Oh my god. Chat, what do you think of the new waiting screen? The starting soon screen? What do you guys think? I really enjoy the cat. I like the little DJ cat. I also am using like the old music I used to use. I don't know, the Dr. Mario theme, like the chill theme, is so good. Like, how could I not use that shit? So good. Hello, Jack Swingle. How am I? I'm alright. I'm alright. I'm pretty tired. I keep waking up and then I'm just like, I keep getting up and I'll get up and I'll sit on this chair and I'll just be like, you can use the Jeopardy theme? Why would I want to use the Jeopardy theme? Oh, come on down. Why would I do that? I mean, I guess I could. It'd be kind of funny. Countdown needs to be shortened by 10 minutes. The countdown is 15 minutes for a reason, okay? First of all, it gives me time to get ready. You know, I gotta get ready. I gotta put on my makeup. And by makeup, I mean just the concealer under my eyes. But I have to have time, okay, chat? And then it's like, also it gives people time to get into the stream. Like, when you just start a stream, it takes people a little bit to get the notifications. Some people get the notifications, like, later than others. So you have to, like, give people time to, like, file into the stream. It's like, I mean, look at, like, other streamers. Like, Finster has a starting soon screen. It's like, it's just a good way of letting people kind of funnel in, you know? I suggest a pull if you do socks halfway off. I'm not even wearing socks right now. Tired? No way. And the screen is pretty cool. It's awesome. I don't know if it's better than the last starting soon screen, because I liked how that kind of had a... I liked how it felt like it was going on a journey. And I don't know, this starting soon screen is like missing something, I think. It's like, I feel like it needs some sort of something else like that. Like, I like how the outrun was like driving through a bunch of different things. Like, that was really cool. I might have to rework it a little bit. I don't know. I'll play with it. I'll see what I like. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it's not like the most important thing, but anyway, chat. I have a gun. Dude, look at how nice and like red this wood looks on stream, dude. It looks so nice. This gun is probably the like best condition milsurp gun I have. It's so nice, chat. And I'm going to I just cleaned my other carbine like yesterday, and so I figured I would do this one, even though these things suck to clean because getting the bolts back in is such a pain in the ass. Oh, this one actually is pretty good stain. Okay, alright, and it is unloaded, chat, by the way. Just, I have to look down the barrel to see what the threads are like. I think it's a little bit better than my other one. I just gotta get some 8x56R, chat. I have some, but it's so cool and I can't use it. It's like too cool to use. It's like, there's no way I can. It's like it's in its original box. There's no way I can use the ammo I have. Low-key mash to the chair kind of does, yeah. Okay, chat. First order of business, I need to cut like all of these in half. Where did you hear that FN America went to discontinue all the SCAR models? I know, and there's like a part of me kind of wants a SCAR. I've always appreciated the SCAR. But I don't know. I'm not a big FN fanboy, so it's like I really don't care that much. There we go. It's like, Scar was... It was a cool gun, right? I think it was cooler than the AR, for sure, but, you know... I don't totally understand why Scar discontinued it, because I feel like they could have made more money just by keep selling it, because people were buying them. And people, obviously, the fact that people are this upset about it, it's like, people were wanted these guns, so it's like, I don't understand why they would discontinue that, especially since they still make them. They're still making the gun. They're not getting rid of the factories to build the gun. They're still making it. They're just no longer selling it to the US, or to the civilian market. And I guess it's fair, you know, if you just want to focus on military stuff, that's fine. But it just seems kind of annoying. It almost feels like with Glock, when Glock discontinuing all their guns just because they need to, like, pussify all their Glock products so people can't put a switch in it. And it's just like, you know, that's just kind of gay. It's kind of gay. I don't know. On one hand, it's like, oh, yeah, Scar is such a cool gun. I'm sad that they're discontinuing it. But on the other hand, it's like, if I had money for a Scar, I wouldn't buy a Scar. I would buy an XCR, Robinson Armament XCR. It's like, it has, like, everything that's good about a Scar, except it's American. Now, is the background music still too loud? Because now it kind of sounds too loud to me. Turn that down a little bit. Hello, Jim the Dragonator. Their dark blue is so hard to read on the dark background. Gun's probably cleaner than it was in World War I. I don't know, chat, maybe. This one, I don't know how much this one served. It's like, you can tell the difference between a gun that served and a gun that didn't. It's like, I can't really, I don't know how to show you guys the barrel, but like, on a lot of like, war-used weapons, like, their barrels are shot shit. Like, I have 2 of these M95 carbines, and one of them is chambered in 8x50R, and the other one's chambered in 8x56R. And one of them you can tell. It's like, one of them has been through 1 World War, and you can tell the other one's been, like, through 2 World Wars. Probably the logistics of selling to consumers costed too much compared to the ones for the military. I mean, that's probably the real reason, but still, it seems weird. It seems like they could have made money. I don't understand how they can't make money off of it. It's like you have a product that people like, that people enjoy. It's not like you're building a new product and people don't know about it. It's like you already have name recognition. You already have like whatchamacallit? Like you have a presence in the gun world, and it's like people know your gun and people know it's good. So there's always going to be a desire to have a Scar. And so I don't know. It's like either it was a bunch of politics made it so they didn't want to sell it to civilians for, you know, political reasons, or it's just like they weren't making money off of it, which I guess is fair. They're just not making money, but it's a little upsetting, chat. Just a little bit. The one thing is it's just like, I don't really care because like I wasn't about to buy a Scar. If I had Scar money, if I, like, how much does a Scar cost? Like, brand new. Like, $3,000? Like, if I had $3,000 that I was gonna spend on a gun, it definitely wouldn't be a Scar. There's, like, a good chunk of guns that I would buy before I buy a Scar. I'd buy, a Dragunov. I'd buy a Galil. Fuck, dude, I'd buy a Galil. Always wanted a Galil. Like, I don't even care about IWI, but I've wanted a Galil Ace Gen 2 for so fucking long. Like, I wanted a Galil Ace. Like, I remember when the Galil Ace came out, and I was like, wow, this thing's cool. I like it. I like this gun. And then I waited, and I was like, I want to get this Galil. But then eventually the Galil Ace Gen 2 came out, and I was like, oh my god, that's better. I want that one. Almost like I have a Galil. Almost. Oh, yeah. But you need to make contracts, you need to supply spare parts with organizing delivery and stuff. It was probably a huge operation. Yeah, but they're still delivering parts. Like, you can still get spare parts for them. I mean, that's part of the issue. It's like they're still making the gun. Like, they still have the factories. The factories that were pumping out these civilian scars are still pumping out scars. They're just going to military. And maybe that's the reason. Honestly, chat, that's probably the reason. Is that they're getting more money per unit on military contracts than they are doing for civilian guns. And so they know if they raise their price of the civilian guns to match what they would make if they exclusively sold to military companies or militaries around the world, it would like make consumers not want to buy it because they would just have to raise it too much to compete. And so basically, that's probably it, is that there are just too many countries around the world paying buku fucking dollars for just crates full of scars. And it just, if you're FN, you can either make $3,000 per scar you make, or you can make $6,000 per scar you make. It's like, obviously. How much wood could a woodchuck... How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if Chuck Woods woodchuck could and would chuck wood if Chuck Woods woodchuck could and woodchuck would? How much wood would could and woodchuck woods woodchuck? Having a stroke. I don't know why these scissors are so hard to actuate. It's like something, it's like glue in there. Who is this tomboy and what have you done with Astra? What do you mean tomboy? I think you're underestimating the value of the legacy markets with what you say about Scar, but I don't know, honestly. Yeah, I mean, I don't know either. Like, I'm obviously not sitting in the room with, you know, the heads of FN. I don't know what they're planning. All I know is that, logically, it makes sense to me that, like, if I'm FN and I have a contract in front of me for, like, a shit ton of scars. Like, let's say, fucking South Africa wants to buy literally like thousands of scars, and it would take my factories in their current capacity X amount of time to produce that order. And it's because a lot of that order is being, a lot of those factories also have to make the civilian models. So if you're not making the civilian models, you can get the contracts out faster, and so then you can get more contracts in faster. There's just too much demand from a military. I don't really know, chat. Like, I should preface this. I'm just kind of like estimating like what this could happen. I don't fucking know. I'm just a fucking dumbass femboy from Florida. I don't have any idea what FN is doing. All I'm saying, that just makes the most sense to me, right? Like, if I'm FN, why would you kill a brand or kill a product that is selling well? And the only reason is because it's not as profitable as selling to militaries. It's just probably what it boils down to. Unless it's genuinely just, like, some, like, corporate, like, bullshit where it's like, we don't want to sell the civilian markets because our products are too dangerous for civilians to own. Maybe it's that. I don't know, chat. Maybe it is that. Who knows? It's like Glock ensuring that I will never own one of their products today. The sexy dress today? I'm wearing, like... Listen, I'm cleaning guns today. I didn't want to wear, like, a nice dress. I know I'm gonna get kind of dirty here. Maybe they need to change the scar in some way for the military in a way they would for illegal for the civilian market? A way that would be illegal for the civilian market? But how would that even work? Because it's like, there's already a difference between the civilian market scar and, like, the military market scar. Obviously, the civilian scars are not made with full auto, and then the military scars are made with full auto. That's, like, the only major difference. Otherwise, like, there isn't anything, like, I can think of that would make it specifically illegal. It's not like Glock pushing out to the demands of California. Let's see here. Finally made it to class on time. Hell yeah. It took Astra 15 minutes to put on a short shorts and a blue shirt. It took me a couple minutes to put those clothes on. Well, okay, listen, I was doing more than... I was, like, getting all my gun cleaning stuff set up. Sometimes I'm not just putting on clothes. Sometimes I am just putting on clothes. But sometimes I'm, like, setting shit up, right? Like, I got my guns here. I got all my shit. Can't even see them, but I've got, like, 4 guns here that I'm gonna clean tonight, I'm on a gun cleaning kick recently. I don't know why. It's just kind of therapeutic to just clean a gun. I like thinking that, like, I hate the thought that my gun is dirty and then it's getting, like, damaged because it's dirty and I'm just left it for too long. So I've been just methodically going through and cleaning all of my guns. I'm getting a good bit through them. I don't have that many more to clean right now, I don't think. I only have a couple. We have a couple here today, so I'm gonna try to clean as much of these as I can. You look nice, well thank you. It's not like they're illegal in Cali anyhow, so why the fuck did they bend and need them now? I think it was just to, kind of... They knew the lawsuits were coming, and so they just read the writing on the wall, and we're just like, we're gonna get ahead of this before it becomes a problem, which I understand, right? Like, I get that. Here's not gonna put down here. That is nasty. Damn, I thought this thing was cleaned before it was given to me, but this does not look like it was. I still don't have the amount of points I had on your old account. It's kind of funny to me, yeah. I think I adjusted the rate at which you get the points, or something like that. Filthier than Frank. Just don't solo in Cali, maybe? Problem solved, but I'm dumb. Yeah, I don't really get it anyway. It feels just a little bit like companies caving to the whim of, political unrest, which is just a little bit annoying. I mean, I'm really not that broken up about it either way. It's like, it's kind of sad to me that the Scar is being discontinued, but in the same way that it's, like, sad to me that the Charger's being discontinued, like, I'm upset about it, sure, but I wasn't about to go out and buy one, like... I mean, I had no intentions of buying a Scar, like, absolutely zero, so it doesn't really matter. And same with Glock, like, I know a lot of people really like Glock, I just never gave a shit about Glock, I just never did. And so it's, for me, it's like, I'm really not upset about that either, because, like, I wasn't about to go out and buy a Glock. Hate Glock? Yeah, kind of. Fit check? I'll do a fit check in a second. Alright, we'll do a fit check. Let's see, is the fit cam all worked? No, there we go. Too much recoil. Okay, Glocks aren't that bad on recoil. This time it's double auto. Ow. just a simple fit tonight, chat. Just a simple fit. But chat, I have guns. I have several of these guns, which all need to be cleaned. You say Glocks are too big for your hands? But that doesn't have anything to do with recoil. It's not that, and it's not that they're exactly too big for my hands. It's more like they feel like Minecraft guns. It's like, oh, you have a Glock, and it's just like it's blocky and it doesn't feel good. Like this is like kind of based off a SIG, or here's a better example. Like, this is a CZ, and CZ is, it's also on my poo list a little bit in terms of hating to pandering Karens, but this feels good in the hand. Like, this objectively feels good in the hand. I've never felt a Glock feel this good in my hand. Boobster in the house? I'm not even wearing a bra tonight, chat. I can't, there's no faking in these. So cute ass, I mean fit. How much can that night fit? Like 180 rounds? No, it actually only fits like 12 rounds, I think. But actually, this might even be even lower. This might be like a 10 or an 8 rounder. Oh, no, it's 8. This is an 8 round mag. Cat, this, believe it or not, this is an 8 round mag. It's 8 rounds of 12 gauge though, so it's a bit bigger. In terms of what artillery shells? It's a 12 gauge. It's a shotgun, chat. $12 gauge drums are badass looking though. I know I want one for this gun, but it's like $100 drum, I think. It's like $100 to get the drum for this shotgun. And then it's like I've heard that the magazines for 12 gauge shotguns are not drum mags, especially the 12 gauge drum magazine for this gun is just not good. So I've heard, at least. Do you like that color on you? It looks like with the dirty blonde hair. I know, I like this shirt. You're gonna need more of this fucking barrel cleaning solution. Bore cleaner. My dad had like a 30 years ago when the sheriff's department first got them. But the Glocks, I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's hard for me to shit on Glock too much just because like I know so many people like them. I had one experience with a Glock. My dad bought a Glock one time and I shot it and I didn't like it. It was not comfortable to shoot. It wasn't reliable. Like it jammed like every other shot. It just didn't work very well. It wasn't super accurate. It just kind of was mid. All around mid. That's kind of the problem with it. It was just too mid, chat. I think that was like the shortest lived handgun he ever had. Because it was just like, he had that thing for like a couple weeks and then he sold it. And I was just like, yeah, that was the right call. His back was a 380 Astra too. Was it really? What are the fucking chances, dude? I love Astra. I like collecting Astras. I If I could... Can I just be the spokesperson for the Astra handgun? Can we, like, make that company into a thing again? Can we start the Astra brand of firearms? They only closed down, like, a decade ago. This is fully brown. My holy shit. Smith & Wessons are pretty good. Smith & Wesson might be my favorite brand right now. If I'm being honest, like, in terms of guns, I think they might be my favorite. Just because they honestly, they're so good. That's my daily carry is a Smith & Wesson, so... I have at least 2 of them, and both of the Smith & Wessons I have are just so good. Good to see you. Good to see you too, Spaghetti Nutella. Reliable? Yeah. I kind of want to get a Smith & Wesson shield one of these days, but I don't know. I don't really have gun money these days. I don't have enough money to shoot the guns I already have. I don't need more guns that I don't have enough money to shoot. Sartisms. Gosh, I didn't notice the sarcastic quotes. What? Did I miss something, chat? I want to know how accurate this gun is, chat. I really want to shoot this gun. I haven't even shot this gun yet. That's kind of what's tragic about this, chat. I really want to shoot it, but I need to get some ammo for it. I have ammo for it. I just am not willing to shoot it. I'm just unwilling to shoot it. I need to buy a box of 7.6, or no, it's 8x56R. That's what I need to buy. What this ammo is. Can someone find me some 8x56R for dummy cheap? Yeah, these threads have seen the better days, man. These threads have seen some better fucking days, bro. Jeez Christ. What do you shoot? Like, what do you mean, what do I shoot? Like, what target do I shoot? Usually paper ones. Sometimes they're made out of clay. That's my favorite, chat. I wanna go clay shooting again so bad. I also want to go hunting, but I feel like I need to find somebody to go hunting with that knows what they're doing. Like, at a gun range, clay pigeons shooting in a controlled or uncontrolled environment. Always at a gun range. Like, I feel like I've gone shooting in a field a couple times, but the closest, like, uncontrolled is just, like, going to one of the, public land management shooting ranges where that's basically just a public shooting range that's unmanned, and you kind of just have to go there and hope that everyone knows what they're doing. The gun videos I have, most of them, or a lot of the ones are at a place like that. Ranges and targets? Yeah, yeah. I really want to go hunting. Like, I want to hunt boar. And maybe some venison, but... I feel like not knowing, like, what you're doing and then just jumping into that can be kind of dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. So I definitely want to find somebody to, like, show me the ropes. And it's like, you also have to, like, field dress animals when you kill them. And I don't know if I could do that. I'm gonna be real. I don't know if I could field dress a boar. Maybe, but I don't know. Shit, that's kind of nasty. You don't need to worry about shooting through trees? What do you mean? Like in hunting? In hunting, you always have to worry about shooting through trees because, you know, obviously you want to hit the target, not a tree. Asher's always on the lookout for hog. Always, always, always on the lookout for that shit, dude. Give me that hog. Some of the boars, a lot of them are in open in Florida, yeah. I gotta go turn on my fan. It's fucking hot in here. Did you go walks today? Listen. Listen. There are a few places that do guided boar hunts. Yeah, I know, but they always seem so expensive. It's probably what I need to do, though. It's like $200, but fuck, that's probably just what I need to do. I was asking, I'm from the UK where guns are illegal, but hunting that was what I'm assuming are air rifles is legal. I know there's a history of culling foxes. I hence, fuck. So I asked you the trees for. Oh, yeah. I don't know. England is pretty cucked. I don't really know what you can even do over in England. I know shotguns are a good bit of shotguns are okay over there. Like break action shotguns are very popular. Single shot break action shotguns or over under shotguns are very popular there, I think. And or side by shot. Just the like 1 to 2 shot 12 gauge shotguns are popular in England. I know that much. But I also it's very like regulated. Like you have to be in like a club. Like literally it's really fucked up. Yeah, no, here in America, you generally can't just hunt whatever you want. There are some animals that don't require a license. Like, I'm pretty sure in Florida, you don't need a license to hunt hog. Just because hog is an invasive species, and so it's pretty much just fuck them up. But for, like, deer, you can't just hunt deer unregulated. The ecosystem is, like, very fragile. And so if you just hunt, like, an animal way too much, the population levels can get really bad. But at the same time, you have to hunt them. It's like the deer in Florida, they need to be hunted. It's not even like a want. It's like if no one hunted deer in Florida, it would be a problem. You need to report your kills? It depends. Like, if you're going to, I think for deer, and it depends on what part of the country you're in, too, but I think for deer, yeah, you do have to, like, report your kills and stuff. I think for boar, though, you don't. Because, again, it's like, deers are regulated. You need a license to hunt deer, and you need to, like, there's rules about which kind of deer you can hunt. Like, even if you have a license to hunt deer, you can't hunt all deer. You have to hunt a specific kind of deer. It's kind of like fishing, where it's like you can catch fish and eat them, but you can only catch so many of them, and you can't catch, like, pregnant ones, or ones that aren't this size. Like, they have to be above a certain size for you to catch them, or below a certain size. Is the reporting process easy? I'm not really sure, because I've never done it. I have not ever actually been hunting before. But I don't know. But I'm assuming it's pretty easy. A lot of people do it. I'm not sure if you do have to report them. It just might be that you have to, like, if a game warden comes up on you, you need to be able to, like, show them your license and shit like that. But I'm not sure if you have to report them. I don't know. There are also seasons, too. Yeah, there are seasons that dictate, like, what kind of gun you can use. Like, muzzleloading is still relatively popular in the US, because a lot of areas, there's muzzleloading season, where you can't use a normal gun. You can only use, like, a bow and arrow, or, like, a muzzle loader, or anything that's, you know, there's regulations on shit like that. You gonna get a package tomorrow, right? You could? Oh, hell yeah. I don't know what a license means, to be honest. Like an excuse or... No, it's literally a license. It's a... You go and you pay... Like, for instance, I have a fishing license. So I went to... The Florida has a Florida and Wildlife... Or, like, a Wildlife Commission in Florida. And they have an app, and you can go on to their app, and then you can literally pay on the app, and it will have all your, like, I have all of it on here. You can buy your hunting license or your fishing license. I don't have a hunting license right now, but I could buy one if I wanted to. So if I wanted to go hunting, I would literally just have to pay, like, $15 for the license, and the license is good for, like, a year or some shit like that. And so then you pay $15, $40, whatever it is, to get the license, and you go out and do it. That's why a lot of times you have game wardens. They'll just basically go out to hunting grounds and go to hunters and say, hey, did you kill anything yet? If so, I gotta see it, and I gotta see your hunting license, or else you're going to fucking jail for poaching, big boy. Anyway, but yeah, it's not like a reason. Like, in England, you have to have, like, a reason for it. It's like, if you own a farm and there are pheasants that are destroying the crops on your farm, then you have a valid reason to need a shotgun to hunt the pheasants on your farm. That's a reason. And that's how you would get a gun. You need that to get a gun in places like Japan or England. But in America, because we have the Second Amendment, that's bullshit. And you can always just have a gun. You don't need a reason to have a gun or to go hunting. What up, Gunstra? You don't need a license in Florida unless you want to conceal carry. That's not even true, though. So in Florida, we have what's called constitutional carry. And so I think you might need a license to open carry. I'm not entirely sure about that, but for concealed carry, there are still, like, rules about open carry. But for concealed carry, anybody's allowed to conceal carry with or without a license. Unless you're, like, a felon or some shit. If you are legally able to own a gun, you are legally able to conceal carry it. Because we are a constitutional carry state. That's not always been that way, though. That only happened a couple years ago. It's, like, a relatively new thing. Do you, like, need to sign up to access certain areas? No. Basically, there are a couple areas you can hunt on, and you can either hunt on somebody's private land, and then you do need permission from that person if you're gonna hunt on their private land. Or you can just go to one of the public land management areas, which are all over the state. There's a big one up in Ocala that you can go to, and you don't need, that's public land. So you go out there, and you can just go out there and hunt. And as long as you are hunting the right thing, or have the license for whatever you're hunting, then you're good. You don't need anything else. That's literally it. There is rules about, like, leaving shit. So if you kill a deer out in the woods, you can't leave it there. You have to field dress it and get it back home, or dispose of it somehow. And then ye from the UK, why is there like so much open land you can happily walk onto? There might be gates, but fuck all that says beyond those gates is a person with a gun. Yeah. Yeah, in America you definitely want to be a little bit more careful just walking on random people's property, because a lot of people in America are just, they're ready, dude. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, chat, if someone broke into my house in the middle of the night, I'm not giving them a warning shot. It's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna... If someone literally is, like, broken into my house and is, like, looming over my bed, I'm gonna grab the shotgun behind me and fucking send them into the next existence. US is big on private property, as it should be. I like private property. I think it's nice.
No, man, the earth is for everybody, man. You gotta share the earth. Private property is evil, man. You can't hoard that land. That land belongs to the universe, man. It's not cool, man.
What if Vivi was coming over and wasted it? Well, if Vivi comes over and he doesn't tell me that he's coming over, and then he breaks the lock on my door, and not only does he break the lock on my screen door, and then he gets into my house, and then breaks the second lock on my actual door into the house. Basically, he'd have to break through at least 2 locks to get to me, or to get into my house, and it's like, if he does that, I don't know what to tell you, man. It's like, obviously not, like... What the fuck you just think is gonna happen? Like, oh no, dude, I thought breaking into my girlfriend's house and then looming ominously over her in her bed was just like a cool, chill thing. I have no idea why she shot me. It's like, what the fuck? He has committed at least 3 crimes just to get in the house. Yeah, it's like. That's not it, man. That's not it. This thing was actually cleaning up pretty nice. I wonder how clean this thing is gonna get after all of this. Even if a door is unlocked, it's still a crime. Yeah, to go into someone's house, even if it's unlocked, it's a crime. I saw a video the other day, chat, of some, like, bitch that was on... Okay, maybe I should call her a bitch. But she was on DoorDash, and she was delivered to some guy's house. And the guy had his door, like... He had his door open, and he was laying on the couch naked. And he was asleep, because he was passed out. Like, he obviously, like... got home from the club, ordered some fucking DoorDash, was so wasted that he forgot to put on his pants, or he forgot to, like, close the door, and so he just pulled off his pants to jerk off, but before he could actually jerk off, he fell asleep, and then the DoorDash person came and saw his dick, and then she was all like, oh, I've been sexually assaulted. I don't know, man. It's a bit of a stretch. It's kind of fucked up to leave your door open if you're especially gonna be naked, but I don't know if that's your fault. No retreat law in Florida. This is true. We have castle doctrine in Florida, so basically, if a criminal were to enter my house, it's game over, right? Like, in California, if you break into someone's house, it's still kind of illegal for them to shoot you, but here... Sorry, Barrow, you chose the wrong house. It was the wrong fucking house, my man. Maybe that could be me. Breaking into somebody's house? Oh, you mean seeing some naked guy's dick on DoorDash? Yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't give a shit. Like, if that happened to me, I'd be like, look at this fucking asshole. But I certainly wouldn't film him and then, like, post it to TikTok being like, I was sexually assaulted. Or street law in Florida, this meaning? Basically, it means that if you're in your house, you don't have to retreat. So it's like in California, there is a duty to retreat, I think, law or something like that. So basically, if someone breaks into your house in California, you're required to run away. Even if they're already in your house, you're required to, like, try to get away. The only time where it's justifiable to use, like, a gun in California in a situation like that is if they've chased you into a corner and you can't retreat anymore. That's when it's okay to use violent force. But you have to retreat as much as you possibly can before you take action in California. But in Florida, basically, if someone's in your house, you could just bang. You don't have to run away. You don't have to do that. If they're in your house and they're not supposed to be, it's goodbye. Does Florida have open carry? We have some open carry. Not as much as, like, Texas, I don't think. But we have some open carry, yeah. You can. I don't think it's... You might need a license for that, though. You might need a license. And open carry is more restricted than concealed carry, I'm pretty sure. Chat, we went from this to this. So I'd say that's pretty decent. As of September 25th, it is legal to open carry in Florida. Well, shit. Oh my god. As nice as this thing looks on the outside, that barrel is fucked. Not the worst barrel I own. The full-size version of this gun is definitely worse in terms of hidden barrels, but like I still would feel safe shooting this thing, but Jesus Christ, kind of cutting it close. Makes more sense to defend yourself immediately. Yep. Good evening, Astra. Are you looking ravishing and astonishingly amazing as always? Oh, thank you. I got a little bit of stuff I can't get off. Not happy. Okay, I have a question. I use this to put stuff on blued items. You're good till someone finds a shallow grave. What? I have acreage and a shovel. You're in Nevada, they just have to fall in your doorway. The song's on right now. I want to hate watch. Don't hate watch. That's dumb. Don't give him clout. Don't give him exposure. The best thing that could happen to Hassan is that everybody just stops watching. and just says, "Oh yeah, you're actually stupid." This fits metal polish. This is what I had. Hello, Puck. This is what I need to know right now. Safe for hot factory bluing. This is the standard method for most fat manufacturers. Eru or cold bunches where bluing bonds to the metal. This clean oxidization, light rust, and hand marking while leaving a protective film without removing underlying blue. It looks like it. It is safe to use Fitz on blued firearms. Fitz is a non-abrasive, non-toxic metal polish that's safe to use on blued firearms. Okay. I suppose I can use it then. So we're gonna try that. We're gonna fucking try it. I would love to see Hassan lose a debate to Astra. Well, Hassan isn't like a person who debates people. He just like yells at people. If I had a debate with Hassan, it'd be like, yeah, I don't think people should die because they're landlords. He'd be like, oh, capitalist scum. And that would be his whole argument. He wouldn't have anything. It's like, I would love to debate Hassan on the merits of gun control, but it's like, he's not... You would never actually do that. He would just be like, oh, obviously you're just a evil person for believing what you believe in. No, there's this work. Are you bluing that one? I'm not bluing it. I'm trying to get up. There's like a little tiny amount of surface rust right here on the receiver. I'm trying to get it off there. And I need some of this metal polish. Rubbed faster. That might have been a bit much. This is probably not good to do with my bare hands, but fuck it. If Destiny Astra debate works, would be cool, but I know he would sex pest her afterwards. Yeah, probably. Good old Destiny. Good old Destiny. You got a good defense against anything he says. Just pull the trans card and the transphobe label. Yeah. Every time he calls me a word that rhymes with Yahtzee, I would just pull out the transphobe card. Still some there. Like, tiniest bit left on there. I think I should be able to get that last little bit though. Hopefully. Can I ask what I'm watching? I'm doing sensual things to a 1900s firearm that was made 100 years ago. No, I'm cleaning this thing. There's like surface rust on it, so I'm cleaning it. So looking good, but I think it needs a little saliva. It needs a little bit of my DNA so that someone can go commit a crime with it, and then it comes back to me, and then I go to jail and get thrown in the cell with lots of big burly men. What? This is gonna look wrong, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Haktua. Let's see here. I mean, it's almost there. Almost. It's like there's a little bit down here, and I might just call that good for now, because I think I got rid of the vast majority of it, but... I don't know if I can do anything about that last little bit. Maybe I'll have to take it to, like, a gunsmith or something to have them properly do it, but it looks, that's mostly better. Thank you, Surfinette, for the 100 bits. Thank you so much. I'll be done with this gun soon, chat. I'll be almost done. I'm almost done with this one. Thank you. Hold on, I don't have my notifications up. What was that? Streamlabs. Login. Oh, it was just the bits. I see. Okay. Okay. Another gunsmith horror story incoming? What do you mean? Oh, yeah, I guess. Fucking gunsmith, dude, I swear to God. I keep forgetting to call them, too. And I know I always forget to call them, but, like... I keep forgetting. I need to just yell at them and be like, listen, bro. The fuck is my shit, bro? Is this a new purchase or you've had it for a while? I've had this one for a little bit, but I haven't shot it yet. Mainly because the ammo is so hard to get, and I have some ammo for it, but it's really historical, and I don't want to shoot it. It's very, like, it piques my historical autism, where I'm just like, I can't shoot this. Can't do it. So I literally have ammo for this exact gun, but... How am I supposed to shoot it, chat? How? I don't... This doesn't... I can't do it, chat. I just can't do it. So I need to buy some more 8x56 so that I can actually shoot this gun. Shiny though. Reload! Be honest, if Twitch and Kick had a draft like the NFL and Twitch offered you $3.2 million to sign them with them, would you take it? What the fuck do you mean? Would Twitch pay me $3.2 million to do what I already do? Yeah, I would fucking take that. What? What? No, oh what? What I wouldn't take $3.2 million. I wouldn't take a life-changing amount of money that would immediately just, like, solve all of my problems. Just like, oh, what? You want to own a house? Fuck. $3.2 million. You never want to work a day for another day in your life? Fuck it, dude. You're set, dude. I would literally never have to work again if I had $3 million. Like, why? Yeah, of course I would take that. Can't find old ammo, make it yourself. I know, and I have the dies, not for this caliber, but for the caliber that this used to be chambered in, which is 8x50R, which is what my other carbine is chambered in, so I could make it, but the process to make it is kind of, like, weird, because you have to fire form brass from 762x54R, like, this is 762x54R, and the only way to reload for 8x50R, which is not what this is chambered in, this is 8x56R. So basically, when these things were first invented, including this one, it was chambered in 8x50R. That was the standard round that they used back then. But when these guns were rechambered in, like, the 1930s, most of them were rechambered. They were cut down and rechambered. So this used to be a lot longer, but it was cut down via carbine in the 1930s. And then it was used by the Germans in World War II, most likely. But basically, the only way to get the original 8x50R, they sell 8x56 still. But the only way to get 8x50R is to pay like $60 for a box of 20, or to fire form your own brass 760x54 out of it. Because it will shoot this gun. It will shoot. I could put this in here, and it will shoot. But, it needs to be brass, and it needs to... So I need to get brass. You fire form it with brass, and you take that brass, and then you load that brass into the cracked cartridge. And that's how you make the right shit. And I have the dies for it. Again, I do have the dies. It's just, I haven't... Reloading is a whole lot of process. It's a lot, and you have to be really, really careful. $3 million in Astra's hands will be gone in 6 months. Why do you even... That's not even true. I'm not bad with money, I don't think. I don't think anyway. Maybe I am. Shit. I feel like if I had $3 million, I would not waste it. I feel like I have enough maturity to be like, okay, I can make this last a lot longer if I just actually be smart about this. If I had that much money, I'd probably take most of it and invest it. Again, I think I would only take, like... If I had $3 million, I would probably take $500,000, buy a house with it, to make $250,000, and then just put that into, like, a bank account so it can, like, grow at a slow rate, but I would use that as my house fund, so all my property taxes would get taken out of that, all of the house repairs would get taken out of that, and it would basically just be a cushion, so that I just never have to worry about paying for anything on the house. And then everything, I would take probably another $300,000 after that. I'd probably take another, I'd take $1 million, divide it in half, use half of that to pay for the house, use a quarter of the other half to just have, like, a house fund, and then I would take the rest of that and use it to buy, like, a new car and some living expenses, and then literally I'd take the other $2 million and invest it. What would be your dream bike and car? Well, my dream bike would probably be the Keanu Reeves bike. Those things look really cool. Other than that, it's the R18 from BMW. And if it's not that, it's the Rebel 1100. The Rebel 1100 is the bike I really want right now. But I think if I could have any bike snapped into my little lanai garage, it'd probably be like a BMW R18. That would be fucking sick. And then my dream car is obviously the Spirit RX-7 FD twin turbo. What would that investment be? Stocks, crypto, or precious metals? Well, I would be smart about it. So, like, I have a bunch of family members who are, like, good in finance. Like, I think, like, my grandpa is, like, an actual financial advisor. And so, I would, literally what I would do, if I had $2 million to invest, is I would probably take, $1 million of it and put it into, like, a safe, slow, like, I would say like a CD, but they're not really that profitable anymore. But maybe like a CD or something like that. And then like, I would take at least $1 million and put it into something slow and like safe. And then I would take the other $500,000 or the other $1 million and I would put it into a little bit more volatile things. So I'd like take half of the other $1 million. So I've spent $1 million on a house and living expenses, right? I've spent $1 million in like a CD fund or some sort of like really easy thing that I can have that will just go up, right? Even if it's slow. And I would take the other $1 million and then I would split that in half. And half of that would be like a very volatile fund for like fuck you bets on random bullshit. And then the other half would be on slightly more risky things like that, but not as risky as like I could lose this money and I don't care kind of thing, right? Basically, I would fucking take $500,000, I'd put it into some slightly more risky but slightly more profitable investment, maybe like the S&P 500 or something like that. And I would take the other half. I'd take like the other $500,000, split that in half, and then use like $250,000 from that and just day trade with that. And then you take the other $250,000 and invest it in a even more risky thing. So basically, it's diversifying your portfolio, right, chat? Financial advice with Astra. This is a disclaimer. Astra is not a financial advisor. Basically, I would take that half and I would just I would diversify. You have some risk and then you have some safe. So that even if you lose everything in the risky bets, you still fine. And then you have a chance of growing it even further. And you just kind of keep that going. Yeah, Mountain Dew doesn't have any stocks. What do you mean Mountain Dew doesn't have any stocks? Of course they fucking have stocks. You literally buy stocks in, you buy Pepsi stocks. That's literally how you do it. Like, what are you talking about? There's Mountain Dew stocks. Of fucking course there is. Everything has a stock. Every sellable thing you can bet on. Gambling's illegal in this country? Nuh-uh. Saw the paperwork for Astra Financial last week. Yeah, right. Okay. I really need to, before I shoot this, is take this whole bolt apart completely and completely clean it. But I'm not doing that right now, because that's really complicated and I don't know how to do it, so... Oh, fuck, I just crushed my ball. This is the thing, is these rechambered ones are not nearly as smooth. Anyway. That one's clean. That's why I've gotten into the crypto a bit and not Bitcoin. Crypto is something you could invest into. But that would be an example of the more volatile things. Like maybe buy Bitcoin. Maybe I would take 250,000 of the 500,000 volatile funds that I have and invest that just into Bitcoin or some shit like that. So it's like not the worst investment, but not necessarily the safest either. Excuse me, I'd like to buy $3 million worth of lottery tickets. Alright, hold on, I'll be right back, chat. Alright, chat, I think I'm gonna do this one next. Oh boy. Oops. What about an Astra? Ow! Fuck! That hurt. My gun fell on my foot. Bitch. Killer legs, oh thank you. Go XRP. What about an Astra wings and chill restaurant? I could do that. I would run an Astra wings food truck probably. But dude, even a food truck is gonna cost so much money. Like I would not have enough money to invest into that. I mean, if I had $3 million, I guess I would, but I don't know if that'd be worth it. That's one of those not safe investments. Restaurants, I don't know if I have enough energy to do that. I'm gonna be real chat. Okay. That looks cool, like this. Imagine like shooting this like this. You could. She makes her own buffalo sauce. Kind of do, yeah. Is that the one I think it is? What, this gun? Look how nice. I need to cut up some more of these fucking patches, goddammit. Where's my scissors? There it is. The tip of the gun is in frame a little bit, so just ignore that. You don't have a katana. I don't. I have a longsword. It's up there, but I don't have a katana. Like one though. Any thoughts on the crink on the PSA that is supposedly releasing tomorrow? Oh, the crink that PSA is releasing tomorrow. Not really. You know, I like the crinks and the small AK boys, but they're not my favorite. You know, they're okay. I like them, but they're not my favorite. I probably would buy one if I had lots of money, but I don't. Like, it's kind of like the Scar, where it's not the first thing I'd buy, but it's probably not the last thing I'd buy either. I'd probably buy a Crink before I bought a Scar, though. To be honest with you, chat, I probably would. Astra scores the W for marksmanship. That's the problem. It should have been M for Mega, but it was set to W for Wumbo. Does kind of feel good, chat. I won't lie. I kind of don't like it when all my guns are dirty. Kind of like a bad feeling. It's kind of been nice getting all these guns clean. Finally. Making sure, I think some of them I've kind of cleaned twice. I don't think some of these I've shot, or I've cleaned since I shot them already, but still. Kind of nice just to make sure, you know, I know all my guns are in good condition. It's a nice feeling, you know, chat? Okay. 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 Zoom in, fuck. Zoom in. You know what would make you sure the guns are clean? A borescope. Only when someone would send you one. Yeah, it broke though. I tried to fix it, but it broke. Upsetting. Very upsetting, chat. I still probably have that somewhere. I'm not entirely sure where that went. Are we cleaning the 410 tank next, Astra? Well, I mean, does this barrel give you a hint on that one? I sent the warranty code, you didn't send it in? Oh shit, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Fuck. I'm sorry, I probably did. I probably just forgot. My bad, my bad. My bad. You show me my butt, boy wife. First of all, I'm not your boy wife. Second of all, I'm in the middle of something right now. Okay, that's not gonna work. Okay, never mind. You're my boy wife online? Really? Then if you're my boy husband, don't you have to, like, pay for things? Don't you have to, like, buy me dinner? Don't you have to, like, buy me nice things? Isn't that part of the rules? This isn't even long enough. Very important business. 2 years later, I'm still making passive aggressive remarks. Still worth it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, awkward Becca. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Forget about it. It has been 2 years since then now, hasn't it? That's so fucking weird to me. Diesel fuck machine set. I am a diesel mechanic, so that would make Going in from the muzzle is savage. I know you're really supposed to go from the other way, but I don't really know. Does it make a difference, chat? Does it really matter on an AK? Does it really matter? I tried going the other way. It fucking didn't work. Alright, give me a break.
Oh, you're actually supposed to put it in from the other side?
She go both ways. Yeah. Like. I find it funny. This is like how dirty this patch was the first round through. And this is like how dirty the other gun was. It's like two completely different shades. If you didn't find a hole, I found it. It's too tight. Always avoid the crown. Well, yeah, I'm not damaging the crown. What part of the crown is getting damaged by this? When the Vietnamese were cleaning these things in the fields of Vietnam, do you think they were worried about going through the other end? Do you think they cared? Do you think chat? Do you think they gave a shit? Damn. That shit's like remarkably clean. What the fuck? Confusing giving a shit with not knowing any better. Hey, chat, is it really damaging it, chat? Am I damaging the crown by doing it this way? Should I not be doing this? I know that that's like the thing on like higher end guns that you don't want to fuck up the crown. And I know on this you don't want to fuck up the crown either, but like how am I fucking up the crown by doing this? Take character criticism from chat. I don't know what you're talking about. Chat, we'll go on from the other direction just to make chat happy. Let's make chat happy. See, like, it's awkward. I can't really like do it very easily from here, and then it gets stuck in the chamber because they can't properly get the rod in, right? So it ends up or fucking ow! Yeah, getting fucked up over here. Jeez. Don't you go both ways? Fuck these. Okay. I think that looks pretty clean. I think that's pretty clean. So I think we're going on the board. How dirty is your floor? It's not that dirty. I can tell where I cleaned and which I haven't. Dude, that's fucking crazy. Look, it's getting clearer as I go up. That was black. Is there a longer cleaning mode to make it easier? No, it's sort of long enough. One of those gun cleaning stands would make it easier, but I don't really have one of those. Look how clean that is, chat. This was like the same color as this when I started. Okay. I should probably get some like gloves to wear to do this, to be honest with you, chat. Probably like not the best thing to do without gloves, but fuck it, right? Damn, chat is like dead tonight. More gun oil on fits? Yeah. That's why I didn't wear like a fancy fit tonight, Chaz. I didn't want to get a whole bunch of gun oil on it. That part clean. Now we can use you. You still present? What? Still present? What? On this stream, Astra uses CLR and DIP to clean her aluminum suppressor. Wait, what? I don't have a suppressor. I wish I had a suppressor. I don't have one, unfortunately. Sorry, I meant to say I'm here. It's not that people aren't here, it's that no one's talking in chat. It's hard to riff off a chat when chat doesn't chat. To be fair, I am just like cleaning stuff. Makes sense. I'm a little distracted. That is gooning, you say? That's a valid excuse. I'll accept that excuse. Okay. That. Huzzah. Okay. Is there a way to tell how much is at the PO box? Not to go way off topic. I'm not sure. I think there's like at least like 3 or 4 sub packages there. And I just need to go. I need to get it done. I just don't know how exactly. What are your thoughts on railguns? I mean, they're kind of cool. They're just kind of impractical. It's like an idea that's like cool, but I don't know how much practicality it has. Like using magnets to launch something like a Mach fuck is like, it's really cool, but I don't know how practical that is. So, you need the gun itself is like the size of an apartment building. So you have to fucking deal with all that shit. I don't There we go, chat. This is Marka, them be real guns, bruh. It is. Finn is the one with the airsoft guns. Yeah. Oh shit, are they real guns or are they airsoft? I didn't even see that. Yeah, they're real. Star Wars is more fantasy than in a sci-fi setting. Kinda, yeah. It's not bad. Not bad. Bad way of putting it. Yeah, no, these are real guns. Huzzah, clean. Okay, I need to put this one away. 1 second, chat. I have 2 more guns to clean, but I might not do them tonight. Honestly, I should clean this one too. I think I'll wait until tomorrow to clean this one. Let's gun chat. You can accelerate city-sized objects at the speed of light. Why are you bothering with PP lasers? Yeah. Yeah, sure, yeah. I believe railguns are in R&D, actually. Don't get me started on how dumb lightsabers are. Lightsabers are so cool, though. You can't lie. If they were invented, you'd want one. Lightsabers are like one of those items where it's like no one can ever get them because they're obviously impossible, but I don't know, the hacksmith guy. Oh, where's my 12 gauge booster? Or no, where's my 12 gauge? Fuck, I don't know where that went. I think I have a shotgun gun cleaning kit specifically, so I'll just use that. In China actually has a railgun in production. Not sure how many of them as of yet. Oh, yeah, but what are you gonna fucking do with it? Like, what do you put a railgun on a boat? Like, I just don't understand the practical use of a railgun in a modern society. Tank? Yeah, but why would you like, you need so much energy to get a railgun to work, and then you could just do the same thing, except you're just like, use an actual shell, an artillery shell. It's like, I don't understand, but it's just a lot more complicated to do the same thing. Number of lightsaber users with intact limbs equals 0. That's not true. Ahsoka, she didn't get fucked up. At least as far as I know. I mean, Obi-Wan didn't have... Obi-Wan had all of his extremities. Right? I love your orange burps. Oh, thank you. They're not orange, they're pink, but they've kind of turned a little bit orange. Okay. Finally, chat. We're done. We're done with the gun cleaning part of the stream. Look at all that nastiness, chat. We got it, though. And cheated us in Livewire Mountain Dew. What is the next chapter? Loss of an extremity is only a mild flesh wound anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I just think that, like, lightsabers, I feel like they could theoretically exist, but you'd have to find a way of, like, manipulating the magnetic field, because there's no other way. It's a plasma blade. Like, the hacksmith, he made a lightsaber, that's just a torch. That has a, it's just a, like, a torch. It's not a lightsaber, it's just a weird torch that doesn't work very well. I don't like it. I think it's dumb. I don't like it. The only thing that makes sense is if there is a beam of plasma contained within an extremely strong magnetic field. That's why it would, like, collide with other lightsabers, but not, like, metal. Right? That's the only way it makes sense. That's the only way it makes sense. Imagine by the end of the stream if Astra gave us a pop quiz. Alright, chat. Now, can anybody tell me what the correct bore size is for an RPK? Didn't like the torches I say. That one's cool. That one's different. That one's fucking cool. Right? Because that's a little handheld thing, right? But it's not a real lightsaber. Like, it's cool. Like, don't get me wrong, but it's not a lightsaber. I'm waiting on a lightsaber now. You might be waiting a while. Imagine turning on the first prototype lightsaber and accidentally cutting a plane in half. Awkward? Yeah, that would be kind of fucking... That'd be kind of awkward. Hello, pup. I have a Jedi robe for Halloween. That's kind of cool. I'm like, try not to pet her with my open palm because there's like gun oil on it. Isn't it 3009 to 310? It's 30 caliber. Or is that 308? I'm not entirely sure. I think 308 is 30 caliber as well, right? To be honest, Star Wars, I've only seen 2 movies. Yeah, I got into it when Mandalorian first came out. Like, I got really into Star Wars when Mandalorian came out. But it just kind of, they suck. It sucks now. It all sucks. Everything Disney does sucks. I hate Disney and Nintendo. This is Amazon link. Greetings, Overlord. You don't like Disney Princess? Not really. Yeah, that is a pretty cool Jedi robe. Hello there. It's like the Clone Wars, the prequels, the original trilogy, and Mandalorian season. I would say season 1 and 2 are really good. Up until at least when he gets the Naboo Starfighter, I think that was really good. I think up until then, at least, is good. I haven't seen much past that, though. I don't know if the Mandalorian show gets dog shit or if it's good, if it gets better. It might go to dog shit. I'm not sure. But, like, pretty much everything that Disney does regarding Star Wars kind of sucks now, so it's just like... You were the chosen one. Obviously chosen by this cat. A company is making what is called a GR1 anvil and claims to be the first handheld railgun. I don't know, man. I'm just skeptical. Puck appears to be having deep thought / zen moment. She's always in a deep state of thought. She's very smart. She's using Puck to get the gun off her hands. That's why I'm not like petty. I did wash my hands, but still. That's the problem. She has so much hair. Oh, it gets everywhere. Including into my eyes and in my face. Astra and her snuggle buddies. Yeah, I love Puck. You have to see the end of Mandalorian Season 2. I'm not sure if I did or not. I got to the point where I think I saw all of Season 2, right? Because I got to the point where he got the Naboo Starfighter, and that was it, basically, right? And I watched Boba Fett. I thought Boba Fett was okay until they killed the bounty hunter dude. And I was really upset about that. Like, they killed the bounty hunter. Like, this cool fucking character comes around, and they just fucking kill him just immediately. Like, this character with a ton of backstory, a ton of lore, a ton of, like, he's a fan-loved character. Everybody likes this character because he's cool and badass and everything. And they just, like, I understand, like, kind of why they did what they did, because it was, like, him and Boba Fett had a history, right? But, like, they just killed him. Like, fucking immediate. Cad Bane, yeah, that was his name. They just... Like, they fucking had this whole relationship, and they didn't expand on it at all. And I felt like the Boba Fett series had some weird, like, it had some weird design choices. For the most part, it seemed like it was okay, but... And the way it mixed with Mandalorian, I think... I really think the Mandalorian, like, Season 1 and 2 were just so good. They were just such good Star Wars content. It was just so good, and I miss it. I miss having, like, hopium for Star Wars. I miss having the hopium chat. Nowadays, it's just all, like, Acolyte and, like, what is, like, the worst fucking Star Wars IPs you could ever imagine. It's just fucked up. I did have 2 slices of pizza, actually. And I'm gonna have another 2 slices of pizza later tonight. And then I'm gonna make another thing of chicken wings tonight, because I have more chicken wings. And I'm gonna do them a little bit differently tonight. Because last night they were okay, but they weren't as good as they should have been. But I didn't cook them on the stovetop. That's why. I don't think any of those shows are still active. I hope not, dude. They fucking suck. It pissed. What really like killed my hopium for Star Wars is I was watching the Ahsoka series, and I just lost interest. Like, you have to fuck up so bad to make me lose interest in the series of Ahsoka. Ahsoka is my favorite Star Wars character, like, by far. I fucking love Ahsoka. Her character arc, everything about her writing, from her time in the fucking Clone Wars to her time in Star Wars Rebels, like, that shit was peak. It was fucking peak. Like, the fact that Star Wars Rebels, which on its face is like a kids-orientated Star Wars IP, is like immensely better, like magnitudes better than anything that we're getting today, is just a shame. It's like, I fucking love Ahsoka. I'm interested in her character. I was interested at the end of Rebels. And I don't want to spoil it, but they teed it up for what became the Ahsoka show, and so I should have been excited for that. I should have been just loving every moment of the series of Ahsoka, because it was basically a direct continuation of Rebels, but it sucked. It just felt like watching a sitcom, or like a not a sitcom, like a what's the word I'm looking for? A soap opera. It was like watching a soap opera about 2 lesbians. That's what it felt like. Ahsoka didn't feel like Ahsoka. She felt like a totally different character. The Mandalorian bitch, she didn't feel right either. They didn't work. They didn't jive together. None of their characters were written right. They didn't feel like their original characters. It just wasn't interesting. And it's like they finally are like, hey, we found the spot where this dude went to that we're looking for all this time, and we're gonna go. And I just, like, I don't care. I stopped watching. I didn't even intend to stop watching. I just didn't keep watching. And that's how you know you fucked up as like a TV show, is that when you have somebody who's so invested in it, and so invested in the lore and the characters, and you just fuck it up so bad that people are just like, I just don't care anymore. I just don't care. Someone is fired? I hope so, but it doesn't undo the damage. That show is still out there. That's now, in continuity, the lore of Ahsoka. And so now it's like, I can't even appreciate Ahsoka as a character anymore, because I know they just fucking make her boring and dumb. And it's just... It's like, I get the fact that Ahsoka became much more mature after Order 66, right? She was jaded by a dark world, and she had to hide for years, for decades, after And it makes sense that she'd be a more serious by the books character. But her whole character in Clone Wars is that she is kind of an extension of Anakin Skywalker, where she doesn't like to follow rules. She's very, like flying by the seat of her pants. That's what makes her character who she is, because she fucking learned from Anakin, who embodies that nature. But then, after the fucking Order 66, she just turns into, like, the most fucking school teacher-esque, like, that's not the proper way to do things. Like, what the fuck? That's not Ahsoka. She must be distraught. Dude, I was so into Star Wars. Like, I was so into Star Wars. And then they just kind of, I couldn't give a shit anymore, chat. I just couldn't give a shit. I just couldn't give a shit. I didn't think she was dumb. But she wasn't dumb, but it's... she just... I think it's part of the issue is that the actor who plays Ahsoka, it just has a very dry acting style. And she delivers her line in a very... She reminds me of my grandfather. The way she delivers lines. The way she's just like... no bullshit, just fucking character. And to some degree, I understand why she turned into that a little bit. But still, they didn't do it right. They didn't do it right. They just didn't. You wish Star Wars had kept Disney and not sold out Star Wars, or not sold out to Disney? No, I really, what I had hoped is that Disney didn't fuck it up the way they did. Like, I just wish they would have given, you know how, like, the DCU has just said, we have fucked these IPs to hell and back. We give up. James Gunn, save us. That's what the DCU is doing. They've just given up, and they've basically given full creative control to their whole IP list to James Gunn, and it's working. The fucking the Superman movie was awesome. The Peacemaker show is amazing, except for the last episode. Don't just ignore the last, like, literally, if you're watching Peacemaker season 2, stop at episode 12. Don't watch episode 13. It's a waste of time. Anyway, it's like they gave him the reins to all these IPs, and he just ran with it. If Star Wars would have done that, but to, like, Dave Filoni, we would have been okay. We would have been just fine. If they just gave full creative control of Star Wars to Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, we would have no issues. It would be peak. Because remember the Clone Wars and Rebels? Because that shit was peak. That shit was fucking one of the best animated cartoons ever made. Bar none is Star Wars The Clone Wars. Right? And all they had to do was tell this man, listen, all these characters that you've been building and, like, loving and creating over the past, like, 10 years, just fucking go wild and just do it. If they didn't, they're like, we need to make this in continuity with the sequels, because even though everybody hates the sequels, we still spent too much money to ignore their existence. It's like, oh my god, fuck that. I'm a little worried for the Batman franchise. I'd only be worried if they cast the dude from Twilight again. Pete Davidson. Not Pete Davidson. What is his name? I forget. The guy who did the Batman in, like, the most recent installment of Batman. The twink guy. I hate him. He's the worst Batman. Is literally the worst Batman. And it's not good. Like, the most recent Batman is just not good at all. It's hot garbage. It was hot garbage. Robert Pattinson, that's his name. He's not Batman. He doesn't act like Batman. He doesn't look like Batman. He looks like a fucking twink. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's not good. You fucking... what's his name? Christopher Nolan. Christian Bale. That was the best Batman. There is no room for the argument that was the best Batman. But if James Gunn, like, goes and finds some, like, Reacher motherfucker, like, look, they could even get the guy from Reacher. It would probably work out pretty well. If they got the guy from Reacher to do, like, his best animated series Batman voice. Batman isn't a twink. He is in the most recent installment. Michael Keaton's okay, but I never really cared about the Michael Keaton Batmans. I wasn't alive when those movies were coming out, and in the movie that he did a cameo in the Flash movie that they made recently, I thought it was kind of ass. I didn't care about his cameo because I just didn't know who he was. Nipple Batman. Disney could have made a lot more money if they hadn't hooked up with Star Wars with Wookiee training. Yeah, they did. But that's kind of what everybody is doing that. From like 2012 to 2024, the woke train just dominated Hollywood, and it made some stinkers, chat. It made some real fucking stinkers. Don't judge him on The Flash. Movie sucked ass. I'm not judging Michael Keaton, and I'm not saying Michael Keaton was a bad Batman. Like, I did watch the Michael Keaton Batman. What was it, 1989 or whatever? It's just when I think of Batman, and I think of like there's certain eras of Batman. You have like the thousands Batman with Christian Bale, you know, from like what was it, like 2004 to like 2010. Those movies are being made. You have that Batman. You have the modern Batman. You have the Christian Bale Batman. You have like the Michael Keaton Batman, and then you have the George Clooney Batman. Was that who it was? Whoever did the Batman with Arnold.
You need to chill out.
Yeah, Clooney. Like, those kind of Michael Keaton and Clooney, they're kind of like the same Batman in my head. They're just the 80s era, like, Batman, where they hadn't really separated themselves fully from the silly Batman from the 60s, you know what I mean? It's like, Batman went from being a super serious and dark character to being a super lighthearted and funny character because the TV executives didn't think that a serious Batman was gonna sell, and so they turned him into the get my shark repellent, Robin. Gee willikers, Batman. Like, that's where like the 60s era Batman comes from. And the 60s era Batman is great. Like, that don't get me, I love 60s era's Batman. But like the 80s didn't really fully divorce themselves from the silliness. They started to kind of delve into more darker themes, but it really wasn't all the way there yet. But in the 2000s, when we were in our edge phase, we got a Twilight Princess. We had fucking Christian Bale Batman, and it was the best Batman. It was the best fucking Batman. That was the perfect voice of
Arnold, put that cookie down.
I agree with my queen. Like, I don't know, man. It's just I can't deal with modern Batman. And it's like, I really love Batman as a series. Like, I watched the animated series, and it's so good. It's so good. Batman has so much potential as a character, and that just, I feel like a lot of people just don't do it right. I feel like Christian Bale or Christopher Nolan got the closest to doing Batman the best that you could possibly do. But now it's like, I feel like the trilogy is done, and I feel like there isn't room to do more Batman content with Christopher Nolan. I think he did it. He's good. I don't think he should go back to doing Batman. I think James Gunn should take over Batman and basically just copy and paste the animated series formula. If James Gunn takes the Batman series and just basically makes a live action animated series Batman, I think he'd win. I think he would just win, and that would be it. You're killing it with the Arnold thing.
Do you remember when I told you I would kill you last? I lied.
Word, i.e. Robin had a huge hog too. They had to shape it down so it didn't show. Keaton has that dark crazy in his eyes. I don't know, man. He just wasn't the best Batman, in my opinion. He just wasn't. It's like, I guess if you grew up with Michael Keaton Batman, you would have a different opinion, but I didn't grow up with Michael Keaton Batman, so... Yeah, I don't know. It's like, I hope that James Gunn does well. I was really upset at the end of Peacemaker, though. It's like, I remember watching episode 12 of Peacemaker and being like, this is some of the best, like, superhero content writing that I've ever seen. And I loved it. It was so good. It was so good, chat. It was so good. It was like, oh my god, all of this is so fucking good. But in the very last episode, which felt like I thought, see, episode 12 was the end of the show. I like, we got done with it, and I was like, damn, I guess it's time to wait for season 4 now. Can't wait. And then it was, oh my god, dude. They fucking did another episode. And it's just, I fucking don't understand how they fucked it up that bad. It's like James Gunn was doing so good. Literally, from the Suicide Squad, the James Gunn Suicide Squad movie to the episode 12 of season 2 of Peacemaker is fucking peak, dude. It's so good. And then episode 13 is just like, they gave the writing control to like some fucking high schooler who has no idea how to make a good show. I can't understand it. I just don't understand it why they did it. I was so hyped, and then they made that episode, and I was, what the fuck? Jack Nicholson finally found a character his overacting worked with. Silly, this is my weak arm, but that's not your biggest problem right now. That's great. Wait, what? First Clooney was so cringe as Batman. Yeah. I know they didn't take Batman seriously until Bale came along. Yeah, no one really did. But I think Batman does work the best when he's a serious character. He's not really a silly character. Okay, chat. I think I need to go and get some Mountain Dew from the store. And maybe some other things. Have you seen Jack Nicholson in A Few Good Men? Perfect performance? I don't think so. Not. I've only seen Jack Nicholson in a couple of things. I need to watch The Shining again. I watched half of The Shining, but then I stopped. I don't know why. I think I got bored. I was like, the intro to The Shining was so slow, and I was like 13 when I tried to watch it last. I got to the part where he was on the typewriter, and I was just like, I don't get this. I just don't understand it. Alright. I'll work no Mountain Dew makes Astra goes. Yeah. Alright, I think it's time for me to go get some Mountain Dew, chat. So I will be back tomorrow. Probably. Most likely tomorrow I will be live again. And, dream big. Alright, chat. Thank you everybody for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye!